We are not really big fans of throwing big flashy parties for any of our anniversaries. We'd much rather have a quiet glass of wine at home. Sometimes, when we feel adventurous, we actually take a special trip. As you know, we like to travel. Our last big trip was to Paris for 30th anniversary of our wedding. Back then, we were still young and pretty.
Welcome back. No matter where I roam, it's just a little old shack. But to me, it's home sweet home. And where the duckling pine trees grow, and the Swanee River flows. Well, you needn't say no more, 'cause that's my home. Yeah, that's my home. 1932.
This year, as we crossed into our 70s, and we are not young chicks any longer, and the beauty is only stayed with Inca, we decided to go to wilds of Western Australia, which we don't know that well. There will be less people, less big city glitz, but much more nature. And that's how we like it. After 9 hours in the air and a few blissfully dizzy layovers, we have finally landed. But Perth, that's our dessert. We'll save it for last. First, we need to pick up our home on wheels. The original plan: hug the coast all the way to Esperance and Cape Le Grand, then loop back to Perth through the outback. So, off we go! In the forest, instead of berries, Inca stumbles upon endless fields of calla lilies. The weather is on our side for now, a pleasant chill, with a breeze straight from Antarctica. Our Aussie GPS pilot is setting the mood just right.
Cross the roundabout, second exit. Then, you have reached your destination. Grab your jandals, togs and chili bun and get going. Cheers for the ride, mate.
Here in Busselton, you'll find the longest pier in the southern hemisphere. Sorry fellow Poles, Sopot's pier might be Europe's longest, but this one is nearly 4 times as long. They say you can spot whales here. Yep, they are there, just really, really far away. At the campsite, we attempt our first real sunset over the Indian Ocean viewing. Unfortunately, we never quite manage it for the rest of the trip. Clouds always crash the party. In keeping with our Aussie tradition, a small dose of spectacular cave exploring. So we just walk along the beach here in Yalingup. It is a nice beach. Some people even try to surf. As in many similar places, there are dunes along the beach, and signs ask to stay away from them. Sign says that this is a dune rehabilitation area and requests not to climb or walk on dunes. However, this obviously gets ignored. So, just next to them, there is another one. Snakes. This works like magic. Margaret River is a cozy town at the heart of a region famous for its vineyards and orchards. Well, we find the town nothing special, but hey, there's actually a river here, so we have to check it out. Indeed, plenty of vineyards along the way, but what really fascinates us are the grass trees, these funky, shaggy characters. With a camper van, you can stay at spacious national park campgrounds for next to nothing. In peak season, it's probably busier, but today we have the place almost to ourselves. Of course, we have to see the local beach. We are too lazy to climb down the massive cliff, but with this wind, the conditions are perfect for hang gliders. On the way to Cape Lewin, we detour to the Margaret River Sculpture Park, supposedly must-see attraction. Once again, we are the only visitors. Brendan, the passionate and slightly obsessed collector and sculptor, greets us. For 25 years, Brendan's been collecting local wood and creating masterpieces with his chainsaw. He was supposed to earn enough to build a house, but for now he still lives in his giant workshop. We are rooting for you, Brendan. Cape Lewin has a reputation as fierce as Cape Horn. Sailors give it a wide berth, and for good reason. To help them out, they built a lighthouse on this windswept tip. We go to give it a good poke. The deeper into the forest, the more trees. And what trees? Maybe they don't quite match Canadian sequoias or New Zealand ancient kauri, but they are still impressive. And yet another crowded campground, this one full of kangaroos. Valley of Giants, you can stroll among the crowns of towering eucalypt trees. After passing through Bornholm, we reached Denmark. Yes, that's the name of the town. There's a beach here too, though at the mouth of a big river, so the water is more brown than blue.
I'm soaring through the sky. He yells, but I ignore. I always start the fight. I say it dims my light. I've been on fire lately. We're about to collide, but he still calls me baby. I haven't played nice yet, he still wants me. I give him hell, but heaven sent him. Calm down, there's no more second guessing. Coming to my senses, he's been here all along. And yeah, he's all mine, right here where I left him. Not taking any chances.
And so we arrive in Albany, the biggest city and port on the Western Australia southern coast. Quick shopping, lunch, and a tour of some fascinating historic sites.
I crumble in the quiet, but he knows how to hold me, and I burn to dim pride. He stays right beside me. He sees through all my flames. When I try to hide it, I crash, I break, I scream, but I still drive him crazy. I haven't played nice yet, he still wants me. I give him hell, but heaven
Then we befriend some local wildlife.
sent down. There's no more second guessing. Coming to my senses, he's been here all along. And yeah, he's all mine, right here where I left him. Not taking
But for the night, it's back to the great outdoors.
it hot. Asteroid, calm down. There's no more second guessing. Coming to my senses, he's been here all along. And yeah, he's all mine, right here where I left him. Not taking any chances. Coming in hot. Asteroid.
Oh, here is a nice spot for lunch. The further east we go, the warmer it gets, and the coastline just keeps getting prettier. If only the water was at a sensible temperature. In Hopetown, it's over 30 degrees, but the water is still freezing. This is the last town at the end of our planned loop. We'll pause here for a bit. There's plenty to see in the area. They even have a faithful replica of Stonehenge, only in better shape than the original. Ahead lies the cherry on top, Cape Legrand National Park. Then it's back to Perth. But it looks like our love for rocking up the miles means we might squeeze in something extra. But that's a story for the part 2. See you then!